After using the Google Pixel 5 for a whole month, I can give you some insight on what it's like to use this device long term and tell you its greatest advantages and its downfalls in my testing period. I really love the Google Pixel 5, but there are a few negatives that this device has that would otherwise make it a great experience. Stay tuned till the end to learn some pitfalls about this phone, but first, let's talk about what makes this device so special. The soft touch matte finish remains a pleasure to hold and makes the Pixel 5 one of the most grippy phones out there, inviting you to use the phone without a case. This, combined with the fact that it has curved edges, makes this one of the most comfortable devices to hold in my usage. It is pretty light in the hands as well, so after a month of use, I can tell you it doesn't really tire your hands after long periods of use compared to heavier, bigger phones. Also, the camera hump is literally non-existent, making it comfortable to use when lying on a table without it wobbling. This can seem like a small thing, but it really makes it very practical. Performance on the Pixel 5 has been superb. With the 765G processor, though not the top of the line processor, it has been more than enough in my usage. It has been plenty capable for any games I threw at it in max settings. Stutters throughout my usage have been literally non-existent, and not once in my month of use did I think I was using a slower processor. If you were wondering if it was going to feel in any way slower than the more powerful competition, there is no need to be concerned because it feels plenty fast. Combined with that 90 Hz refresh rate, everything is as smooth as butter. The display of the Pixel 5. At 6 inches, it remains pretty small, and it is the only choice this year as there is no XL version. Overall though, it is a great screen, and with the 90 Hz refresh rate, animations are fast and fluid. On my device, at least, there is no noticeable screen gap or any of that. It has been literally a non-issue. The camera cutout is a bit bigger than other phones though. With it being a small phone, it is more noticeable, but after using it for a month now, you really don't notice it that much. The always-on display is very useful, showing you the time, weather, and any new notifications without having to touch the phone. Battery life after a month of use has been simply superb. The battery life on this phone is on another level. I average about 5 to 6 hours of screen on time easily and still have a minimum of 30% still left in the tank. This is where the 765G processor shines, as it is more efficient and less power hungry processor, and it really helps in this regard. If you travel a lot or just need a phone to last all day, this is one of the best to get in this regard. Talking about battery life, this phone has reverse wireless charging, which is great when you want to charge your AirPods or another phone in a pinch or when traveling, which is huge, and it is something usually found in phones at higher price points. The software on the Pixel 5 is one of the best parts of this phone. Clean, unadulterated Android with no bloatware is a joy to use. I love the little things that you appreciate after using this phone for a whole month. From alerting you to displaying a red message when the phone is misaligned when wirelessly charging, to displaying the name of the songs that are playing in the background. There are tons of little details in the software that really take this operating system to the next level. Another example is when reverse wireless charging. It activates automatically when charging via Type-C cable, making it convenient to charge your other devices. Dark mode is great for battery life as it uses deep blacks to fully optimize for the AMOLED screen on this device, helping battery life. The speakers on this Pixel 5 are really good. They are stereo speakers thanks to the under-display earpiece acting as a secondary speaker to the main front-firing one. The front-facing speaker is definitely not as loud as the bottom-firing one, but it creates a stereo feel. The camera on this phone is simply amazing. Even though it is using a 3-year-old sensor, thanks to Google's AI, the stills this phone takes is unmatched in the software game. Photos in low light conditions are, in my opinion, the best in the business. The noise in most shots, including the sky, which is completely black, is non-existent, and this is thanks to Google's software, which really takes these shots to another level. The details and dynamic range are excellent and are especially good considering that it is pretty much pitch black. Photos with the main sensor and ultra-wide typically come out excellent with great dynamic range and excellent color reproduction. Without having an oversaturated look, shots always tend to turn out great, and this is especially true in questionable conditions as it never fails to deliver a great shot. The camera stills this phone takes is the best in the market, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. Now let's talk about what's sadly not so great with this phone, especially after using it long term. Connecting to the Pixel 5 to the car via Bluetooth without Android Auto is kind of a hassle compared to other Android phones. It connects fine, but it then shows connection issues and doesn't display the song info when connected. It still plays songs just fine, but it's something that only happens with the whole Pixel lineup. Also, sometimes when talking to other people, because this is a phone after all, oftentimes calls are spotty and people on the other end report not hearing me as well. Another thing that I note after an extended use time with this phone is that oftentimes, maybe every second or third day, the phone won't allow me to call anybody and it hangs up the call every time as I try to call. This is resolved every time by restarting the phone, but it really is a hassle when it happens and shouldn't even be happening at all. The Google Pixel 5 is an outstanding device as an overall package. For $699 US, you get a best-in-class camera, outstanding battery life, stock Android with 3 years of updates and wireless charging. It doesn't have the biggest screen or the fastest processor, but it has a lot of intangibles that make it a great device, like the soft touch coating on the back. If they can work out some of the kinks via a software update, this is otherwise a great device that I wholeheartedly recommend if it's within your budget. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you like videos like this, consider subscribing and I will definitely see you on the next one. Peace.